There we go. I can see Mr. Jerry Vickman. Are we live, Jerry?
All right, we are live, everyone. Welcome, everyone, as this is the Hypes Watch reaction to Season 8, Episode 3 of Game of Thrones. I am Jerry the Targaryen Steamboat McMahon. We have LT Giles and Mr. James Bouchel. And fellas, what do you?
There's an end to era, Jerry. There's an end to era. I'll tell you why. Because no episode after this could be an automatic 10. Because my boy Beric Dondarrion, R.I.P. So it can never be an automatic 10 to any other episode after this. So R.I.P. Mr. Beric Dondarrion.
And all I gotta say,
we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming, guys.
And all I gotta say is, just like the Warriors did against the Cavs, the Night King blew a 3-1 lead.
I love that analogy. I love that analogy so bad.
All right, guys, let's start. Let's hit a few things. So, what did you think about? Let's start. Let's put just a few quick thoughts here on the battle. Let's start with the opening battle. Any opening battle thoughts? I mean, all the outside things before we got to.
I have one gripe with this episode. Look,
okay,
one gripe, Jerry. They couldn't have gave Ghost a more honorable death. Like seriously,
the Ghost even died. Ghost just.
Okay, we
never saw Ghost again.
That's the thing. I said in my review. I did my own review. I said if Ghost shows up in the next few episodes, I'll forgive him. But if not, if he died over there, that's my one gripe with this episode. Besides that, I don't really have much gripes. But Ghost went out there and he didn't come back. Jorah did. Some of the Dothraki did, but Ghost didn't come back. So as far as we know, he's dead.
Well, obviously, Ghost had to be out of the episode because they put a lot of budget into the dragons. But
it was obvious in this episode they didn't have enough budget to do all the CGI that they wanted to. I mean, did anyone else notice the some dissolved from Dragonglass, some didn't? There's a lot of it. Okay, let's bring this up right now. Or actually, JB, give me your thoughts on the opening the phase 1 of the battle.
Well, I was going to say, before the battle, they did a really good job of building the impending dread. Like, I kind of had that Sicario feeling in my gut going on where I was feeling the tension. They did a good job of that. I didn't really understand the Dothraki strategy there, but we'll go more into that in our review tomorrow.
Yeah.
But like I said, I do hope. It was weird that Ghost just disappeared. If that was how he died, that would be pretty weak. But yeah, that's pretty much like I say at the beginning part of the battle.
And I'll tell you another thing. So I got all fucking excited and happy when Melisandre came out and lit the Dothraki swords on fire. But then they go over there and they don't do shit and they die like nothing. Like that really pissed me off. Like it's like you give me something, but then you take it away.
LT, are you telling me that Dan and Dave are heroes? Dan and Dave would give you a scene just to look cool? Come on, you can't be serious.
Oh, yeah.
I will also say I didn't understand why Mel just lit up the Aurochs, the Dothraki Aurochs, and not everyone else's swords. Like, I don't know if it was just the confines of the spell could only go on like one type of weapon or something. But it was weird that it didn't extend the whole to the Unsullied, to the Tormund's crew. But that's a little nitpicky. But that was an observation I had.
I got so happy and I said, "Man, Melisandre, boss bitch." And then they go over there and they all get slaughtered. And I'm like, "Man, what the fuck?"
Did either of y'all do the Jim Ross and be like, "By God, it's Melisandre's music. That's Melisandre coming out."
It's funny because you say Melisandre music, but like, I always thought it was Stannis music. I mean, I know he had a bad ending in the show, but like, that's always been Stannis music to me.
I was actually thinking. I mean, I thought she'd come in, but I thought it'd be towards the end in like a Gandalf the White kind of way to maybe Mel the Red. But I enjoyed that she was there, and it was pretty. I mean, I wouldn't say it was shocking, but it was cool to see her.
Did anyone have any issues on what was going? Because they did bring a lot of ice and blurred everything. Did anyone have any issues following the battle? I know they did a lot of the camera where they were running into things, but did anyone have any issues seeing anything going on, or could y'all tell pretty well what was?
I won't. Hey, I'll just put it out there right now. I don't give a fuck. I'll do my rating tomorrow, but I don't. You guys can hate me right now, and I was joking with JB, but I'm serious. This is the GOAT of Game of Thrones episodes. This episode could do no wrong. This episode was great.
It's weird how I liked the last episode better than you did, and apparently you like this episode better than I did.
This is the GOAT. This is the GOAT right here. And you know what? Like, I don't know, Jerry. Are we gonna get in? What are we gonna get into for this episode? Because I have two.
I would say save if you're gonna do something. I'd say probably save it for tomorrow.
I'm not giving no ratings, but I'll say
a few phases of battles. And
I have two gripes with this episode, but it's still great, and I still love it. And there's two gripes in there.
Well, I would save that for tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. So then we have the Night King strikes back. The Ice Empire strikes back. Apparently, I mean, what did you think about that strike? Okay, I want to ask this question first. We've been getting all these rules have been just thrown out of the window left and right to kind of a lot of revisionist history going on in these episodes. Did you feel that there was any of that in this episode? Because I personally felt like the whole whites sitting on the thing made complete no sense considering the whites are flammable. I thought it was like they rewrote the rules to make convenient writing for them again. Anyone else feel that way? Or did y'all like the Night King Strikes Back?
I love the Night King Strike Back, and yeah, 100%, Jerry.
I mean, I honestly, it's so muddled in my brain now, like what's show canon. Like I don't even remember what rules are established in the show.
Well, we saw it in episode 1 where he just barely put the flame on it, the Umbra Kid, and he lit up like the 4th of July. Yeah,
that's true.
So,
but I mean, I guess
they're breaking their own rules again just to make a scene look cool or to fit their writing.
Jerry, look at me in my eyes. They breaking rules, but it's okay, bro. It's okay.
You like them Breaking Bad?
No, I'm just saying that's my mentality from tonight. There's plenty of gripes with this episode, but it was the points like I told you, like last week and the week before, the stuff that bothered me, it fucking delivered 10-fold, 30-fold to even let those things bother you. This episode was perfect. I'm sorry, it was perfect.
I'd have to. I mean, the making the bridge over the fire trench. I mean, I think it's. Yeah, I mean, it's. I can see it going either way because I mean, obviously when you do, it's like putting a blanket over a fire. Eventually, it snuffs out, but
it's putting like a blanket with oil on a fire.
Yeah, I don't know. That one didn't bother me as much. I guess it did. What is weird is how the whites were getting taken down by the dragon glass when it's supposed to be the White Walker or the others affected by the dragon glass.
Well, we don't know that for sure because the only time we've ever seen in the books the dragon glass do it is when Sam tried to stab a white, but he ended up hitting the armor and it broke on the armor. So we never actually touched the white.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I can. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. That didn't bother me too much, I guess.
All right. So what did you think about the Night King striking back once he broke in, got into the wall, got into phase 2, I should say.
You mean like when they when the Helm's Deep when they actually breached the walls and stuff? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, when they breached the walls right before the dragon battle, between the breaching the walls and the dragon battle.
I'll say this: if you want to survive this battle, apparently all you got to do is be up against the wall, like Jaime, Pod, and Brienne, holding out your swords, and you could survive the whole time in that position.
I love Jaime. Jaime is awesome.
Did it remind you of The Walking Dead at all? This
A little bit, yeah.
You
It
know,
reminded me of World War Z. It reminded me of World War Z. Is what it was.
Oh, yeah, they did do the World War Z where they had them running up the wall, like stacking on each other.
I will say I'm just flabbergasted that Grey Worm lived, especially after the
Did he
2
live?
days.
I don't even know if he lived.
Yeah,
I
Grey
think he
Worm
did.
lived.
Yeah,
Yeah, but right, like
yeah.
he did the 2 days before retirement speech in the last episode. I thought he was for sure dead. And like Tormund and Grey Worm were surprising me, and Podrick.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to phase. Unless you have something to say about phase 2, we're gonna move. So I bet your favorite phase, LT.
Oh wait, I do have something to say.
Okay.
I felt like fucking Danny and John were useless for like 75% of this battle. They should have been taking out swaths of whites. I didn't understand what their. I guess maybe I missed the strategy talk, but I'm a little confused on the whole strategy that was taken. Like you sacrificed all the Dothraki for no reason. Danny and John were like out there doing their never-ending story flight. I don't know what they're doing, and they should have been taking out whites. But I guess I don't know if I'm the one who feels that way, but yeah.
It's funny because, like I said, guys, and you guys, I know Jerry and JB will disagree, but I'm like the guy who, like, his girl is cheating on him, and his buddies are like, she's cheating on you, and I'm like, she can do no wrong. I'm sorry, that's how I am with this episode, bro.
I'll clarify that I still think it was a good episode, and it was fun to watch, and there was emotional moments, and like Ramin Djawadi with the music was fucking awesome. But
dude,
I'm just saying
he delivers all the time. Like, this dude is the GOAT of scorers, man. I'm telling you, this guy, man.
Well, I'll still give that to Hans Zimmer, but
well, he's up there. Okay, maybe he's not the GOAT, but he's up there, JB.
He's up there. But yeah, there's a few little issues here and there with the strategy.
No, there's more than. It's funny because this has never happened to me. I've never had so many. I have now 3. I have 3 issues with this episode, but I still love it, and it could do no wrong. Because I mean, it was movie quality. The cinematography was able, and it was a dark episode too. Like, when I watch stuff and it's dark, like, usually I get frustrated, but this was good and it was dark, man, and I love that.
All right, should we go to phase 3 now?
Sure.
We could go.
I know. This is gonna be LT. I know this is your favorite phase. This is the dragon battle. Thoughts on the dragon battles?
I said, Jerry. When I saw John and Danny the first time riding their dragons, I said it just gives me hope for if they do a movie or if they do a series of the Dance of the Dragons, and I get to see Aemon One Eye and Daemon Targaryen fight, and that's what I saw tonight, man. The battle, it gave me hope for the future. It really did.
I mean, it was kind of hard to see at times, but it's still better than Transformers. JB?
Yeah, it was it was a CGI dragon. I'm just not a huge fan of CGI in general. I understand, like, in this instance why it has to be done, but yeah, I mean it is what it is.
Was that giant that breached the gates? Was that 1-1?
No, 1-1 died south of the wall. It would have been a giant north of the wall.
Okay.
All right. So, let's go to then phase 4. After the dragon battle, we get the rise. So
the coward, the fucking coward. The Night King's such a coward. He'd rather raise dead than fucking face Jon Snow. You know what? That just makes his stock, Jon Snow's stock, like when Ramsay said, "You might be the greatest swordsman." That just raises high because the Night King was too much of a coward to face Jon Snow the old way. So yeah, I'm sorry. This just shows me that the Night King is a coward.
Well, his goal wasn't to fight Jon.
His goal was to kill Bran.
I know, yeah, but he's still a coward. He's still a coward.
I mean, he might just be like, this guy, I don't have time for you. Nobody got time for that.
I want to know how Jon lived. I mean, aside from having the plot armor, because I mean, he was
JB, you're right. Because right after the Night King started walking, and Jon started screaming, I really thought they were going to take him out right there. I really did. And somehow he gets out.
It's that plot armor.
He pulled a Rick Grimes. I know Jerry watched it. Jerry, remember the season where the governor where he was meeting Rick, and then all those zombies were around him, and somehow he got out. It was
It's
similar to that.
just the only thing stronger than Valerian armor that Euron wears is plot armor.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyone have any thoughts about some of it? I got to give him credit here. It was pretty funny to watch all the the dirty rotten Stark Kings like Kragon Stark, Torrhen Stark all come back from the dead to try and kill everybody.
I didn't think that was gonna happen. Like I'm sorry, JB. I seriously didn't think that the dead was gonna rise, but I'm wrong. I'm definitely wrong.
Well, there was definitely something going to happen in the crypts because they just kept foreshadowing it last episode. They were just like saying, "Oh, the crypts is a safe place." I knew something shitty was going to happen down there, but
I thought that was pretty clever. I gotta give him clever points for that.
I just wish Ned wasn't beheaded, and you could have got fucking white Ned trying to kill Sansa.
What if you had Ned's bones come out and be like he'd just be like a headless.
Trying to kill Sansa, that'd be like, and it was like just about to happen, and then the ending happened.
All right, so, what do y'all want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the final encounter, or do y'all want to talk about the deaths?
Whatever, go ahead.
Okay. Well, then let's start with you, JB. You can tell me your most impactful deaths, what you thought were the best deaths, saddest death, and the dumbest death.
Well, I mean, weekend, but I mean, for me, it was Dolorous Ed dying, even though it was pretty. As soon as I saw Sam going down, he was going to lift up Ed. I knew it was going to happen right then. But that's book leaking in because I mean, in the show, I mean, it really wasn't that impactful because it happened pretty early. But I'd probably say Ed. Dumbest. I mean, I guess the Dothraki. I mean, I guess that one Dothraki guy had a name, but I thought that was dumb that what was the strategy? Sacrifice themselves. That was a strategy. I'd say predictable was Jorah. I knew, 100%. I knew that Jorah was going to die, and Jorah and Theon protecting their charges. But yeah, I don't know if anyone was dumb per se, but
is there anyone that you thought was a really good death, like a real that's the way to go. That's the way that character should go out.
Well, I mean, I think that was Jorah's death was the way he should go out in the books and the show. I mean, that he should go out protecting Dany. That's the way he's going to go out. I believe in the books too.
All right, LT, I'm going to ask you this question. It's a 4-parter. What were the most impactful deaths to you, the best deaths to you, saddest deaths to you, and then the dumbest deaths to you? So those 4.
The dumbest death is obviously Ghost. So that's questionable because we don't know for sure he died. But if he died, it's definitely the number one dumbest death. Now, it's funny because I don't really care about Jorah. I like him. Okay, I would say like we said last week about Brienne. I don't hate Jorah. I don't love Jorah. But when
I would say in the show version has been a good character for the most part. Like in terms of how they portray him.
I'm not saying. I definitely am not saying he's a bad character or a good character. I'm just saying like him and Brienne are characters I don't love. I don't hate. So they're just whatever. But his death did get to me. And you know what? I give this episode a bunch of cool points for Daenerys fighting. I never thought I would see Daenerys fight, and she did in this episode, and that really fucking impressed me. I never thought I would see that. But yeah, Jorah's death really impacted me, man, and I didn't think it would. I really didn't. But Ed is the one that caught me off guard because I thought he was going to become, state Lord Commander or whatever. Now they're going to have to pick a new Lord Commander, So Ed's death really impacted me.
I don't think they're going to need a Lord Commander after this.
Dude, why not? So basically the White Walkers are gone, so they're not going to have to worry about men in the wall, right?
LT, what about the saddest death for you?
The saddest death was definitely the saddest death was definitely Lady Mormont, but it did make me feel better when she killed that giant. That was pretty dope, man. I really love that.
I would say that I liked Beric's death. Beric had a cool death. like the shot of him like standing in the wall, barring the whites from coming in while he was like stabbed up 30 times and
He
walking.
held the door.
He held the door, hell door,
Dude,
hell door,
you guys never
Gundarian.
let me finish with Jerry's question.
Oh yeah, so what's the
said
best day that they'll do to you?
The best death is Barrick. Dude, Barrick could do no wrong. That's my hill since season 3 when he came along. Every episode that he started is a 10. And he died, so that I'm not going to put I'll tell my rating tomorrow, but just know that this rating is going to be high. You're not going to get no low ratings from LT if Barrick Targaryen died.
So weird. It's so weird because Barrick in the books is really
gone by season 3.
Yeah, he's such an inconsequential character in the books, but in the show he is a badass, a bona fide badass. I think the actor is really cool. I like that actor, so I like Barrick in the show, and it was that was a cool death for him.
All right, any thoughts on the final scene here, where we have that the Night King taking out, just shoving aside Theon, saying, "Get out of here, little man. I ain't got time for your business." And then, he's about to do it. Then we find out why Arya has been Mary Sued so much. It's the final blow in the Night King. What did y'all think about that? Did y'all expect that to happen?
I never thought in 100 years that Valyrian Steel would be the thing that kills the Night King. I thought it would be Dragonglass, but I had a fear. I really had a fear that they were going to do this. They're going to take out the Night King in the 3rd episode, and that the next 3 episodes, we're going to have to worry about Cersei and the Golden Company? Are you fucking kidding me? Like I said.
That was my next question, LT. That was actually my next question.
All right, go ahead, ask it, and then I'll start answering.
So what did you think about Arya being the one to take out the Night King
That was awesome. I have no gripe with that. The gripe I have is that Cersei's gonna be the last villain, and they're gonna all go to King's Landing. Like, dude, when I first got into this, when I first started reviewing episodes, I told maybe the books are gonna be different. I hope so, but I told.
Oh, they are. I will mention this in our review tomorrow.
I told Don the Kraken Wit. I said after this 5th book, when Winds of Winter starts, it's not going to matter who sits Iron Throne, but this fucking show is showing us that it does, and that the next 3 episodes is going to focus on, I don't know, maybe they're going to do something genius, hopefully. So I can't judge. Maybe there's going to be some friction between Daenerys and Jon.
Well, let's ask JB what he thinks about the Night King.
Yeah, sure.
About Arya.
I mean, JB.
About Theon going out with the swipe away, and then.
First off, LT, I'm pretty sure that was a Dragonglass dagger. That Bran gave that to her last.
I thought that was the Littlefinger dagger.
No, it was a Littlefinger dagger.
No, it was the Littlefinger because
it was Littlefinger. Okay,
in the behind the episode which I was watching before we started, the Benioff mentioned it was Valyrian Steel.
You're right. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I hope Dany got picked up that Heartsbane because there's only 10 Valyrian Steel swords in the world. Keep all of it. So
I'm sure she did. But yeah, first off, Theon and Jorah, they both died like a minute before retirement. But Theon went out about as how I expect him to. Maybe he should have just stayed back and waited for what happened to happen. The Night King's, he's got some whack ass bodyguards, because I guess Arya rolled the nat 20 stealth check. And,
dude, she pulled the fucking Randy Orton. She came out of nowhere with the RKO.
And then also you can't forget the midair switch. She caught it midair. It would have been funny if she would have dropped it right there.
I've seen that move happen before. I can't remember what. I've seen it multiple times.
All right, Jerry and JB, I want a question from you guys real quick.
Oh, I wasn't finished.
Hold on, let JB finish.
Sorry, Jerry. I mean JB. Sorry. I
was gonna say, yeah, I'm flabbergasted that the Night King died in this episode. I legitimately think this is more important than everything else, and this should be the end focus. I thought that they were going to retreat, lose Winterfell and retreat, but it's one of those things where you're gonna have to see, for it to be fully judged, you're gonna have to see what's gonna happen. But yeah, that's weird. But yeah, what we're gonna ask LT.
All right, so Jerry and And JB, I'm asking you guys a question, but I'm gonna answer it first. But I'm asking you guys the same question. Did you guys think by any means that Arya was gonna die right there? I did. I really thought Night King was gonna kill her. What do you guys think?
I don't. Well, right, that second.
I thought she could have, but then I was like, wait a minute, they've been married, suing her for ever since last season. So, I mean, what's the point? Same reason why. It's just like if the Night King would have caught Daisy Ridley, like this, what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, I thought maybe for a split second, but in reality, no. I think Arya's. I mean, she's one of the main characters, and she's gonna make it. So.
I felt like when this episode started, like it is one thing I've done, since after season 2 when I read all the books, I thought that like every time I've watched the episode since after season 2, I've looked at an episode and I've said, I wonder whose point of view they're going for in this episode because we see different characters and they try to do that on the screen like we read in the books. And I thought maybe it was Sam's point of view, because we saw Sam in the beginning. What did you guys think about that?
If there's any point of view, but
what I think is
okay. Go on, JB, and then I'll ask the final question.
I was just gonna ask why Sam wasn't in the crypts because he wasn't very useful outside of him.
If anything, he got Ed killed. If anything,
yep. John, help me!
Go ahead.
So all right. So now that the Night King's threat's over, what are your thoughts on that not being the final threat? And now we're going to Cersei being the final threat.
You want me to go or JB to go first?
You can go, LT. Finish your thoughts from before.
Look, and guys, you have nothing to worry about. I'm not hating on this episode. I thought it was great and fucking amazing. But, like I said, I have 3 gripes with this episode, and Jerry just reminded me this one, that's another gripe. But I still love the episode. That's, like, weird for me. But that's fucking garbage, and I'm hoping that Dan and Dave could surprise us in the next 3 episodes, because if not, this could literally be the downfall of this show. Like, seriously, like, if it's not bad, like, we better fucking see in episode 5 or 6, we better see Clegane Ball. If we don't see that shit, that's like, we gotta see that, and we gotta see a lot of great shit, man.
Clegane Ball's happening. It's like 100%.
It's happening. I still want to see JB's prediction that Bronn's gonna try and kill them and save them somehow. I want to see that.
It's gonna happen. Except the only thing that's be different this time is that Bronn's gonna shoot a Lannister man or something that's about to kill. That's about to kill.
I'm surprised Bronn didn't make an appearance in this episode.
Well,
what do you think? JB, about the Night King threat being over, and now it's all about Cersei to finish this off.
Well, I said it in our review last week that there was no way the Night King is going to die in this episode because it surely has to be what we've all, this is what it's built to be for. But I guess the end game boss is finger in the bum, I guess.
Jerry might be right. Jerry might be right. Like Jerry always says in the books that he thinks that Aegon's going to take the throne, and maybe while Aegon takes the throne, Jon's going to take out the White Walkers in the books.
Aegon is definitely taking over the throne.
I mean, maybe
that's what makes me think this is a book. I don't need this is like.
I'll save it for tomorrow.
We'll save it for tomorrow, but let's just say I love you, Dan and Dave, right now. You didn't spoil.
I mean, I'm thinking.
You didn't spoil things for us.
Obviously, I think Euron in the books has some endgame ramifications. Maybe George told him.
Hell yeah.
Maybe George is like, hey, Euron is the fucking guy. And they're like, finger in the bum? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Of course, they have a way different interpretation, but.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do something I normally don't do. And, like, you guys might hate me for this, but I'm going to say this. Go watch Cobra Kai Season 2. It was amazing.
A quick question from chat from Sam109. She wants to, say who was confirmed alive, dead, and unsure of. Like, Jaime, Brienne, Pod is definitely alive. Tormund's alive. Grey Worm is somehow alive.
Yeah.
Varys, Sansa, Arya, all the main characters are still alive. It was just pretty much.
Really, we just lost Jorah, Theon,
Liana
Ed.
Mormont.
Ed, Liana Mormont,
I don't think really.
Barrick, and that's it.
Barrick and the random Dothraki, maybe Ghost.
And maybe Ghost, yeah.
I saw someone on Twitter.
Well, hold on. Did Rhaegal die? I didn't understand. I couldn't tell if Rhaegal was dead or not.
I think Rhaegal died.
Yeah, someone said on Twitter that Rhaegal might have died, but we'll have to see.
We'll find out. Anyways.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts that you guys got about this episode before we wrap up?
My final thoughts is right now, in front of all these people, I'm going to say that Jerry, JB, Don Willie, the Heist Watch, I'm just proud to be members and friends with you guys because, like, I bet you guys in, like, 2009 or 2010 or whatever. No, like, after, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. But anyways, I met you guys.
Is when we met.
Yes. And we're a group, and it's always a pleasure doing this with you guys, and I'm just happy to be here with you guys. I always have been, and it's just awesome, man.
I have no final thoughts. We'll go in depth tomorrow.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you for joining in with us. We are the Hype. We are part of the Hype Watch, and this is some of our reactions. Tune in tomorrow for our full review as we bring in our boy Don Willie and maybe someone else. We'll see. In the meantime, have a good one, and thank Dan and Dave for not spoiling the ending. Peace.
JB, who did the Lions take with their first pick?